Hello, anyone that's interested. Hopefully, everybody should be interested in this. In particular, those living in Pinellas County, Florida, as well as those preparing to possibly move or relocate to Florida, of the tragedy that has befallen my family with complete and utter disregard and even contempt, adversarial contempt by local and now state officials. My name is Clifford. My family nickname is Corey, Tom, and I am the third, and this is in regards to my beloved mother and our family member, Kerry Kienlen, who's been held as a prisoner due to Florida's Baker Act, which is nothing more than a snatch and grab, a ransom, if you will, by an industry of white-collar bottom feeders, from the lawyers through the court systems, through the ill-educated and poorly educated guardians who then steal and take from the families. How Life Imitates Art. If you've ever watched it, I'll include a link. It was on Netflix. I care a lot. Definitely. It wouldn't have been created if it wasn't something that we Americans and Floridians and those preparing to move to Pinellas is what I call it, because you're constantly getting the shaft, County, Florida. So this Baker Act, like everything else in America, was designed to help, but all it's helped are those grafting and greeting, bottom-feeding bureaucrats and politicians and those working for government. So my mother was kidnapped, taken by Pinellas County, Florida deputies. This was, and I don't blame them, they are tools of a system that is a privatized system in America, where they arrest first without any logic. If you ask anyone in Pinellas that has had the misfortune, which a lot of people have, multiply false arrested, they will tell you the deputies come out and they will arrest regardless of innocence, and then have a quasi-educated young state's attorney who squeeze through law school, review the matters, and then dismiss it. So they're all false arrests, which is primed for another class action lawsuit, along with this Baker Act for all the families that they've ruined because of this act. So this was also, I'm not sure when I will be posting this. I'm filming this, or recording this, recording this about 7 a.m. here. I'm currently visiting Asia on June 8th, 2023. So it has literally been 3 years since my mother has been held as a captive. She is at Aravilla, Clearwater, Florida, memory care facility. But what makes this even more appalling and disgusting is all the times that myself and family requested help to no avail, as there were clear signs of aggression. And I was actually falsely arrested again when she attacked me the last time I was trying to get her help. This was, I think, in 2019. So they had a record, the county, of her aggression and her mental issues, but failed to do anything, falsely arresting me, costing our family $20,000 in legal fees, right? To then Baker Actor, where lawyers want money to try to get her out, which, you know, they can't get her out because of the system. So for those preparing, this goes to any seniors, particularly seniors in those now baby boomers, or the last remaining baby boomers relocating to Florida. It is not the place. So I plan on sending this everywhere, but primarily I'm also rather disgusted with our current governor, who is basically a do-nothing governor, a young man who really has done nothing much except win against ill-qualified candidates. So hopefully President Trump will wipe the floor of this individual, and I've got all mind and mindsets to come back and run against this young man, because he is a do-nothing governor, who battles Walt Disney, that has given America so much, right? Has provided so much humor, and who else will send desperate people coming to our shores? We'll just fly them willy-nilly, right? Repeating what the other governor, the good governor from Texas, who actually makes his state prosperous without stealing from his citizens. So Ron DeSantis, right? Fascist, racist Ron, I would say so as well. That's only indicative by Pinellas county, his home county, that has still the Daughters of the Confederacy right when you cross over the border from Hillsborough Monument. So these are the letters, unresponsive letters, his minions placing blame, shifting blame, right? He's the governor, but then shifting to other agencies within the state. Ridiculous. So these are on Scribd. I believe I'm going to post these on Scribd, as well as another letter emailed and forwarded to the governor, unresponsive, because he's more busy worrying about knocking off our last great president than caring about his citizenry and his citizens. So the SEC is investigating, so I can't elaborate more in regards to this horrible guardianship where they've been sued multiply, but yet it's still in existence for stealing family money, even if families are entrusted. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you entrust your family money. Florida will steal it, and Pinellas County will steal it. So it's a really unforgiving county. I've also will be emailing this or sending this on to the Trump campaign, because hopefully they will see that the false arrests keep mounting up to where, you're just going to get shot on the 5th false arrest for asking them questions, and I requested videos, but I'm also have counsel on that matter representing me as well in regards to my 4 false arrests now in Pinellas County, Florida. So it's all of the record. It's on their website, which I will also post in this video. So I'm not sure when I will post this onto YouTube, maybe next month. Come the 4th of July, that will be my 4th of July blast. Again, this is just so un-American, and it's funny how his name rings true, Fascist DeSantis, and maybe he carried over some of his Italian ancestry of Mussolini. Some fled Mussolini for freedom, like my grandmother and that side of my family, while others enjoyed it. And it seems like he gets off on just absolute control. So maybe Governor Newsom from California is correct that he's a very small, petty man. Again, I don't want to chastise his career, but as a JAG Corps officer in the rear with the gear, never really leading up front. So hopefully he'll watch this, because if he doesn't become president, I've got all right mind to run against him. So I'll be sending this on to Ronna McDaniel, I believe, the current chairwoman as well, because this man does not deserve to hold a state governor position at all. From what all the Baker acted families, all the people that have been falsely arrested. And then on top of this, coming up on 10 minutes, I know our attention spans are limited nowadays with technology and the quick blurbs and quick imagery, but he also removed, not only habeas corpus for the Baker Act, you don't have a voice, you're just thrown in, throw away the key, right? You're just committed. And then secondly, he got rid of the right, forgive me, I believe it's the 14th, our constitutional. He is an anti-constitutionalist, anti-American. And there comes a time where families change their belief system, but this man is right of right, almost a leftist fascist. He removed the right to a jury trial for civil matters. So my mother and I, which exacerbated her condition as well, her mental condition, was thrown out. This Judge Myers, so I'll also send a link to him as well, just threw out my matters. Even though I was in Florida at that time and could have done whatever, I never even met the man. That's how ridiculous that process is, and I'm suffering continuously from injuries. So don't plan this at the end of the day, coming up on 10 minutes. If you want to retire to Florida, don't plan on ever leaving any money to your family, because they will just milk it dry. Prepare to be falsely arrested for having a beer in your home. And then thirdly, if you get in a car accident, good luck. So, Pinellas County. Bye-bye.